Hello, I am Paul O'D of Cage Legacy and the MMA Opinion. I am joined on the line today by the karate twins, Chris and Sean McCarthy of SBG Cork City. The twins fight another brother pairing, the McCormicks, on April 3rd at Cage Legacy The Aftermath, live on pay-per-view. How are you doing today, guys?
Good, yeah. Yeah, very good.
Very good. And I do have to ask you, given the lockdown and everything that's going on, I know, of course, you have an advantage because you can train with each other, but how has it been putting a training camp together for this bout, given everything with the pandemic?
Yeah, well, it's been okay now because obviously with twin brother the same age and the same weight, like a training partner, so we've been able to like train pretty much normally the whole thing, like.
Yeah, and of course you have a few of your training partners in the gym that are fighting on the card as well. Does that help? That you have a fight team built in that are all aiming towards the same goal?
Yeah, that helps a lot to be honest, because we're all like fighting the same show, so like it's good motivation. Like everyone's pushing each other like really hard and things, so it's all good that way.
Very good. I do have to ask you about the event itself. You have Cage Legacy City Aftermath, and it's the first show in Ireland in just over a year. What's the significance of this event, given the fact that young amateurs and young professionals in Ireland haven't had the opportunity for 12 months to showcase their skills? What do you think this event means to all the young athletes?
Yeah, I think it's really good that Cage Legacy put on a show, because the last year it's been very tough for like COVID, like for like every athlete and like every sport. I think to be able to like get back and like start to put on more shows is like a really good experience for everybody. Especially
good.
for the athletes and amateur now, like we're making our debut now as well. Yeah. Like, so it's very good that way.
Very good. And you mentioned you're making your debut there, but tell me a little bit about your background and how you got started in martial arts.
So yeah, there was a letter going around school when we were about like 7 years old about karate, and so that's originally where we started, and we just said we'd hop in and like see how it goes, and then just from there really it's just been going on now to like MMA and other things. So it's been pretty cool so far.
And you're selling yourselves a little bit short at starting, and it just went on from there. Tell me a little bit about your credentials in the karate world and kind of where that took you to.
So I mean, I've probably competed for Ireland for the last maybe like how long have we been doing it? Probably 10 years, probably represented Ireland. So I've been to like the Olympic Games. I won a bronze medal there. So and also I went to like lots of worlds, European championships. I picked up a European silver medal, and I've won like 10 or 11 Irish titles in karate, and then also you've I won the Junior European Karate Championships and was ranked number 1 in the world for juniors, and 3 Youth World Cup medals as well.
Very good. And where were you coaching with your karate? Who was coaching you in karate?
We were in Cloro Karate Club, so our coach is Stephen O'Callaghan, and we also then had we obviously have national coaches, things like John Connolly and things who went like Youth Olympics with and things, and some of the like other tournaments as well. So yeah.
And you mentioned there, Sean, that you competed in the 2018 Junior Olympics in karate, and you took home a bronze medal. How did that feel, just kind of to represent your country on such a large stage?
Yeah, I felt pretty good. Like, there's a good bit of pressure too with that as well, because obviously everyone knew about it, and so I thought it was a great experience, seeing the Olympic Village and things as well, and like definitely great opportunity, and like I really enjoyed it over there. So.
Yeah, and Chris, not to be outdone, of course, you like you mentioned, you have multiple high-ranking international tournaments that you've medalled at and competed at. And you had the dream, of course, of going to the Tokyo Olympics as well. Did the pandemic slightly shift the goals for you guys, in the sense that that was the goal all along, and that the time to transition into MMA became now?
We were supposed to go to Trinidad last year, but obviously with COVID we got cancelled. But like before that, we've been training MMA now like the last 2 years. So we just thought it was time now to make our debut. Yeah, definitely time to get some experience with MMA, and hopefully, like go on from there.
Very good. And from my little knowledge on it, I believe you were quite highly ranked in that, Chris, towards the ranking points towards the Olympics.
I was like number 4 in the under 21 world rankings, and like number like in the top like 40 in the senior world rankings.
Very
good.
I
was only like 18 at that time as well, like so.
Phenomenal going. We do have to touch a little bit on your opponents. Of course, you're fighting another brother pairing from Northern Ireland, the McCormicks. Do you know much about them, and what are you expecting from them?
Yeah, so we both watched their fights. Seen that they're very good fighters. To be fair, I have to say, they seem like boxers, and I've seen their records. They both have winning records. So we want the tough ones. So we don't want any we want to feel good about the victories we get. So it's good to have them. So they're two tough guys.
Very good. And Chris, you're taking on Sean McCormack, the younger brother of the pairing. So it's older brother versus younger brother, and younger brother versus older brother. Is this a battle we could see repeated down the line with the other brothers?
Oh yeah, no, definitely, of course. Like, I mean, you fight like any brothers or anyone at all. Like, even if there's another set of twins or anything.
Yeah.
Very good. And generally, twins fighting on a card would be quite something, and it would be a fairly distinguishing feature for a card. But you're not the only twins competing on this card. Of course, you have the Luco twins that are also competing on the card, and the fact that it's 3 sets of brothers. I don't know the stats, but I'd imagine this is a first in MMA. Do you think it's good to see that you have that kind of, that there's a lot of brothers and a lot of familial ties coming into this card, and can you relate to the other guys that are on the card competing?
Yeah, I think like for like any like brothers or like twins, like I'd say they're just the train, like pretty much the same, because like having someone again all the time to train at home, like whenever you want, like it's a really big advantage,
Yeah.
Most other people who wouldn't.
Very good. And do you feel like this one's for both of you? Do you feel like the MMA experience that the McCormacks have is any advantage to them, given your extensive competition history?
Well, yeah, I suppose obviously they have more fights. Like we've been in karate for like, I'd say our striking. I feel like it's just like a level above theirs, and also I feel like we have like the groundwork too to back it up. So it's not like just because we're strikers, we don't know how to like the grapple. Like we need solid work on our wrestling and jitsu. So even if it goes there, I'm not worried about going on the floor either. So
yeah, it's like whatever position they want to take is perfect. Like, I mean, I know they're strikers, but I think they're just gonna start going for the wrestling, like take down straight away. Like once we start landing big shots. So
yeah,
we put a lot of solid work into our jitsu and wrestling for this.
Very good. And tell us something we don't know about the McCarthy twins.
I'll let you take down.
I don't know.
I believe he had some pact with regards to wages.
Yeah, so I got a job. And Chris didn't, so I just give him a bit of money here, like here and there, like so. I work in a butcher, so like that's probably something he didn't know about me, and I helped Chris out a bit too then.
So you're fully in it together. You split the wages down the middle.
Well, yeah, a little bit. Like I give him, just keep him, enough in it. Yeah, it's like
very good.
We kind of already had that arranged.
Very good. Some brotherly love. Why should we tune in to your fight, Chris, on April 3rd?
It's going to be a really good fight. I mean, I think it's going to be a good match. It's a good strike as well. Like, so I think it'll be a very exciting match to watch.
Very good. And the same to you, Sean. Why should we tune into your bout?
So again, it's going to be a great fight. Two really good strikers going against each other, so it's going to be very exciting.
Very good. And finally, before we let you go, guys, where can we find you on social media? And do you have any shout outs that you would like to do?
Yeah, my Instagram's Chris McCarthy 5006, and thanks to my sean and my coach, Liam Griffin, and SPG Cork City.
Very good.
And so my Instagram's Sean McCarthy 694, and also I just like to give a shout out just obviously all the team at SVG, all my training partners, also just my family too, and all that, like, for helping me out as well.
Very good. Be sure and tune in on April 3rd. Chris McCarthy fights Sean McCormack, and Sean McCarthy finds Garrett McCormack live on pay-per-view at Cage Legacy, The Aftermath. Thank you very much for coming on this evening, gents.
Thanks. Cheers.
Thanks.
Thank you.